that away. Stop, you are a stud. Should we tell them the news? One of us is pregnant. It's Handsome's girlfriend. Handsome's gonna be a dad. I'm so excited for him. You're gonna be a dad? Well, thanks for joining in on my pregnancy series. Okay, friends, it's been a few, I think a week or so. No, I updated you guys in October. So November just started, so it's been 2 weeks, and a few things have changed, and I've gotten more information on things, so I wanted to update you guys. Also, this is the first clip I've filmed. I'm sorry, buddy, I have to take away all your toys right now because they're just all so loud. So this is the first video I'm filming for the pregnancy series after them going live. So my first one went live a few days ago, and it's definitely bringing up more emotions. I cry. I've been crying a lot, and editing has been hard. Do I have a fever? So I guess that Kian is common, so I'm gonna go take my temperature. I figured I would document this process. Baby, that it's okay. The midwife advised me. Hopefully you will feel less alone. But I'm praying for you and your baby that it's okay. The midwife advised me, unless I had very intense pregnancy, which I haven't, she advised me not to go to the hospital because there's not much they can do, and a lot of times women have bad experiences with the staff just being like how cool it would be and like how the timing would be amazing, because then I get to go like tell my parents and family while we're at home. But yeah, it didn't work out that way. Dance. He's like a lap dog. Oh, okay, God. Editing these videos is hard. Okay. Rewatching things has been hard, and obviously the way I'm releasing it is in chronological order. So a lot of people are assuming that I'm pregnant right now, and that was my decision to like release it in order, but I really wanted to represent, hey, handsome, I'm trying to have a serious talk with my friends. Can you lay down? Just relax. Down. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, sorry. So anyway, I've been posting the video, or the first video has gone live at this point, and it's been a bit hard. Obviously, a lot of people are assuming I'm pregnant, which I really wanted to release the series in chronological order because I wanted people to really be able to experience the highs and lows of trying to conceive. So the next video I release is going to be me finding out I'm pregnant, then it's going to be me telling Kyle I'm pregnant, and still no one will know that I miscarried. And then the 4th episode will be the miscarriage episode. And the reason, yeah, I wanted to do it this way because that's how I experienced it in real life. You go through the excitement, you go to tell your husband, and then sometimes bad things happen after that. Anyways, I'm like so emotional since starting to post everything. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys some updates on other things. Let me gather myself. So after testing my hormones, so like I mentioned earlier in this video, I tested my hormones. So my AMH level is extremely low. And when I got the result, I wasn't too concerned about it. But then after doing more research, I just realized how low it is. So I'm just going to share my numbers. Mine is a 0.29. That is lower than your average 45-year-old woman. So a 45-year-old woman, I think the average they have is like a 1 point something. And I'm at 0.29. So it's quite low, like basically as low as someone who's about to enter menopause. And so after finding that information, me and Kyle were quite shocked. I think I was nervous at first, but you know, the only thing I can do is pray and be proactive with my health. And so I didn't let the anxiety take over. And I know for some people, knowing these levels will stress them out more than it will be helpful. For me, it's been helpful. Of course, hearing that is not, it just really opened up my eyes to how low my ovarian reserve is. And I think it's not just how many eggs I have, but also the quality of eggs. And that could have ultimately led to the miscarriage. We don't really have answers on what it was, but it could be a low quality egg, which would make sense with this new information I have. But anyway, so we got the information, and Kyle and I just did a deep dive on supplements for fertility, healing our bodies naturally. I actually found a YouTube video of someone, I was just watching as many YouTube videos as possible of women who have raised that number. And I found one in particular, and her level was lower than mine. Hers was a 0.22, and she raised it to a 2 point something, which is insane. So that video is like one that I was following more closely. We did just a deep dive into supplements, ordered a bunch for Kyle and I, so I wanted to update you guys on the new supplements in case somebody else is going through this. First one was the Seeking Health Prenatals. I had their other ones. I switched to their chewables because I just don't like taking pills, so as many chewable form things I can get, I'm going to do it. So these are their Prenatal Essential Chewables. Also got their iron chewables. We looked up all the recommended doses for everything and made sure I wasn't going over. So I take 4 of these a day. Also super easy to take. Also got a zinc chewable from Seeking Health. I'll have all this listed out in the description just to make it as easy as possible. I take 1 of these a day. Or maybe I need to take 2. I need to look that up. Oh yeah. Kyle was so sweet. He wrote out on top how many I need to take a day. I have a vitamin organizer that I do it in. I'm taking omega-3s, 2 of these a day. Make sure to look up where they source the fish. Selenium, this is good for females and males, 2 a day. Added in NAC. I take 2 of these a day. And then I'm also taking the Optical CO Q10, which I have a little bit of this in my prenatal, and I'm taking an additional one. This one's really good. So anyway, that's the update on my supplements. I'm also taking the vitamin D drops. I ordered a vitamin D panel. That was something that was recommended throughout the videos, is to check my vitamin D levels, because that could be a huge indicator. So I ordered one from Everlywell. It actually came in the mail a while ago. I need to actually do it, so I might do that today, because knowing exactly how much vitamin D I am missing would be really helpful. And then the last thing I've been doing is I bought ovulation testing strips. I watched a few videos and I'm just learning so much about ovulation, and so many of you guys commented on my first video because I was using the Flow app, and I still use it, but I had watched another video about a lady who had explained egg maturity, and you want to track when you're ovulating because that impacts the health of an egg. So if your ovulation is only like 6 days after your period, the egg hasn't had enough time to mature, and it'll be harder for you to get pregnant. If you're ovulating like 20 days after your period, then the egg is too mature, it's been cooking for too long, and that could also lead to some kind of complications. So I just wanted to know if my ovulation was like as accurate as my Flow app, and because this whole time I could be thinking I'm ovulating because of my app when I'm actually not. So these were great. I basically had a little cup near the toilet, and a few days after my period I started testing. You just take a test, I dipped it, and then they have a really good app that you can take pictures of all your tests and get an idea of when your peak is, your peak ovulation. So I'll show you kind of what my results look like. So I started tracking, and each day you can see it gets darker. So at first they thought my peak was here, but it ended up actually being the next day was my peak. It just had gone down because I did one of the samples too early in the morning. So this was really interesting because, so the day you think you're going to ovulate, they recommend doing like 2 or 3 tests throughout the day. So the day that I thought I was ovulating, I actually, in my Flow app, it said I would ovulate on the 25th, I think. And I actually didn't start reaching my high until 9 p.m. at night, and then my peak wasn't until the next day around noon. So my ovulation was a little bit off from my Flow app. So yeah, I don't know if I'll do this every month. We will see, but I know so many of you guys recommended it in the comments, and I've been doing it, and this is way more accurate than just going off of my Flow app. I do also try to keep an eye on my discharge and the consistency of all of that just to see if that aligns with ovulation. So yeah, anyway, that is the update on all things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know this isn't relatable to everyone, but I think it's cool. We're just not told much about the journey to get pregnant and all the factors that are at play. So I hope this is informative at the very least, but thank you guys for all of your love and sweet comments. I appreciate you. I know I said this was only going to be a 6-episode series, but I think it'll maybe be closer to 8 because I also want to do a Q&A about the miscarriage, and just like, because when I filmed the miscarriage stuff, I was going through it. It was all in real time. So I would like to kind of take a step back and do a full sit-down Q&A about all of this. So actually, if you guys want to leave in the comments of this video any questions you have about my experience, I'll just do a whole Q&A for just the last video of the series. But I hope you guys have enjoyed watching my journey, and I love you guys, and remember, Jesus loves you more.